Hello loves! Today I'm going to walk you through my morning skincare routine. I love this routine. I've been pretty loyal to it for a while. There's a couple new things that I wanted to update you on, but for the most part, this is my routine, and it's been my routine for a minute and it works so well. Clearly, I am not an expert. I do have combo skin, and I feel like throughout the years I've kind of just found things that work for my skin, but take what I say with a grain of salt because when it comes to skincare, that's not my expertise, but I do really enjoy these products. And if you are a skincare expert though, definitely help us out. Leave some tips, some favorites, and all the things down below in the comments. But grab a snack, get cozy, and let's do some morning skincare. First things first, in the morning I always like to rinse my face with some water. I don't like to use cleanser in the morning just because I feel like I don't really need it, but that is going to be definitely personal preference and depending on your skin type. I really haven't used cleanser in the morning in years. I love this method of just rinsing my face and then following up with my sprays. So this is my favorite little concoction, rose water spray and then my Doll Buffer spray serum. I really like this Heritage Store rose water and glycerin. It is just very refreshing. It hydrates my skin and I feel like it almost wakes it up too in the morning. And whenever I run out of these, I just keep the bottles and I fill them up with another favorite rose water, which is the Bulgarian rose water, which is 100% pure rose water. The Heritage Store rose water, technically, if you look at the ingredients, it's not pure rose water. It's actually flower oil diluted with water. But honestly, I really like them both. But if you want a pure rose water, the Bulgarian one is so good. It actually has a very, almost like a roses in the vase kind of scent, but it's also refreshing, and I love rose water in the morning, in the evening. I think it's just a really good base for other skincare products over top. So both of these are fabulous. And I also have the little mini rose water, which I do feel like the mini has a better mister than the big bottle, and I like to fill this up also with my Bulgarian rose water when I travel. It is the best. So that is the concoction. Let's start off with this first. And I pretty much douse my skin with this. It feels so good. I really like this too because it just literally refreshes your skin instantly. I kind of let that absorb a little bit, but then typically really quickly after I will go in with my Dalba for spray serum. You guys already know my obsession with this. I've gone through, at this point, I don't even know, like 13, 14 bottles of this within the last 2 years. It is such a refreshing and hydrating spray, but I feel like the hydration to this spray lasts a little bit longer than the rose water. Always got to have a backup of it. My husband is obsessed with this stuff because it is so hydrating as well, but it leaves behind this really pretty glow to the skin that just instantly makes your skin look healthier and more refreshed and plump. It doesn't clog my pores. It doesn't feel oily or heavy. You can incorporate this in your makeup routine. It is just a top tier spray, and I love it with the rose water. The combo is my favorite for the morning and the evening as well. It also has a really fine mist. Everything about it, I absolutely love it. So this is going to be a forever repurchase. I let that absorb into the skin before following up with my other products. And if I'm really on the go and I want to make the process a little bit quicker, I love this mini fan from Amazon. I highly recommend one of these, especially if you're traveling. It is the best. I also feel like this kind of helps to wake up my skin in the morning, the cool fan, and just it wakes me up in general. So I love this. And you just have to wait a few seconds for it to absorb. It doesn't really take a long time, but you can just see the skin already looks so much better and refreshed. Also, sometimes I will just take my fingers and kind of just press everything in as well. So that is the combo for life. And then lately what I've been doing is adding a Milky toner just because I really like that extra layer of moisture. Since it's a little bit more chilly in the mornings, I don't always use a moisturizer in my skincare routine. Sometimes I'll use it right before I start my makeup, but in my actual morning skincare, I have been really enjoying still the Tier Milk Skin Toner. I've been using this since the summer and I am obsessed with this stuff. It is so moisturizing and it feels very calming and pretty much soothing on the skin. So absolutely love this. It is literally like milk, but when it actually absorbs into the skin, feels like you put on a light layer of moisturizer. It is incredible. So I just massage it right into my skin. It's really nice under makeup as well, and it truly just gives you that glass glowy skin. Very, very gentle. There's no heavy fragrance to it. It's just really, really good. I know a lot of people talk about Tier. I've talked about them as well. I've worked with them in the past, but They genuinely have really good products, and I feel like their skincare, especially this toner, is top of the line. I really, really like it. So it starts off very milky, almost like water on the skin, and then as it absorbs, it feels like you put on a really light layer of like a gel cream moisturizer, and it feels incredible. So works really well with other skincare as well as makeup too over top of it. So the best. And that I do also like to let absorb into my skin for a little bit before going in with my serum, just so that it has time to really marinate into the skin. Let's talk about some vitamin C serum. That is the next step after this. I just ran out of my Sunday Riley CEO 15% vitamin C serum, which I love. This is one of my favorite higher end serums that actually makes a difference. This is also hydrating. It goes on like a moisturizer, but just gives me a really bright, glowy, clear complexion. That's why I always swear by vitamin C. I'm always trying out new ones and experimenting because I love them and I think that they really do work. But again, that's just for my skin. It could be different for you, but I really like this one a lot. I've gone through several of those. Recently started using the Rock Multi-Correction Reviving Glow Daily Serum Plus Vitamin C, and I'm really enjoying this as well. The consistency is different. It's a more runny consistency compared to the one from Sunday Riley, but I still really like it. And I really like this brand of skincare too at the drugstore. This one I have been enjoying. It's just a little dropper. It also is very citrusy. That's why I love vitamin C too in the morning. Like, I love the smell of it. But it also is pretty watery. But it is very fast absorbing. It feels good as you're applying it. The most tedious part of my skincare routine is just not letting the dropper touch my face, which is not always successful, but when I remember, I try not to let it touch my face. And if you notice, I pretty much do skip my under eye area because my eyes are very sensitive. I don't really want to get anything in my eyes, so I like to avoid this area when applying my products and toners and all of that. But I do love a good under eye cream, but actually as of lately, I've been using under eye balms. I have been loving them. I know I've talked about this a ton, but it's amazing. This is the Dalba Double Serum All-in-One Multi Balm. You can pretty much use this wherever you have super dry skin, but I love it for the under eyes because it gives instant hydration. It's great under makeup. It doesn't interfere with any of my other products. And I just love how moisturized my under eyes feel. I feel like the moisture with this balm lasts longer than a lot of my eye creams. So this has been my go-to. I cannot get enough. So I'll just show you because I have another one that I also really do like, but it's, I feel like not as hydrating, but it's a little bit more brightening, but it still does give some hydration as well. But let me just show you the Dalba one. You pretty much just apply it. It's kind of like a glue stick, but you just apply it wherever needed. Like I said, for me, it's my under eyes. They're really dry, and before makeup, this is fabulous. Concealer and all my other products, the powders, it just lays so much more better, so much more better. It just lays so much better with this underneath versus just on bare skin. My under eyes look a little bit more crepey and creasy and dry, but with this, makeup applies like a dream over top, truly. So you can just see how that instantly hydrated my under eyes. I probably have maybe like the lights are kind of shining on this side. So, but you can clearly see that hydration. I cannot say enough good things about this. I'm like, where has this been all my life? I love it. And it's quick and easy. You could take this on the go if you're traveling. You just want a quick little boop, 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 refresh. It's fabulous. So that has been my jam. I also really like the Tula Rose Glow Cooling and Brightening Eye Balm. Same kind of concept. It's an under eye balm. It's hydrating. This one feels a little bit more on the cooling side, whereas the one from Dalba doesn't. It's just kind of that instant hydration. But the one from Tula is nice because it does feel cooling, and it also gives a little bit of a brightening effect on the under eyes, which I think in the morning especially I need if they look a little bit dark, or if I have very puffy under eyes. That's why I love balms, because I feel like they help with the depuffing, the hydration, everything. The Dalba one is a little bit more hydrating, but don't get me wrong, this from Tula definitely is on the level as well. And look at that brightness under there. I think that is so pretty. And especially if you're not wearing makeup and you just want a little boost, this is perfection. I really like the Rose Glow one. They do have a regular under eye balm as well, which is the one in the blue packaging. I feel like the Rose Glow one gives a little bit more of that brightening touch. Let me show you the other one over top of the Dalba just to show you some of that brightness. The regular one, don't get me wrong, it does also feel cooling. It honestly feels the same. I just feel like the Rose Glow one gives a little bit more of that bright under eye, which I love, especially when I'm not wearing any makeup. I'm like, okay, this is exactly what I needed. I love the cooling aspect of this as well. So if you like something cooling and more brightening, go with Tula. But if you just strictly want something hydrating, then go with the one from Dalba. I really like them both. I kind of go back and forth. It just totally depends on your preferences, but I think they're both fantastic. Now that everything has fully marinated into the skin, the toners, the serums, we can go in with SPF. I still love my Dew Glow Moisturizer SPF 50 from Naturium. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I reapply this all throughout the day. I know that you should and all of that, but at least I apply it in the morning. I feel like that's better than nothing, but I love everything about this. I think it's also a really nice product under makeup. Products do not pill or interfere with this over top. This is an organic chemical sunscreen, but this brand does have a mineral sunscreen as well, if that's your vibe. I don't always love mineral sunscreens because sometimes they do leave a white cast, but I do like the one from Good Molecules. They have a good mineral sunscreen, but I like to apply this with a skincare brush because I feel like it just absorbs a little bit better and it's almost just like painting the product on the skin, and I like the way it feels. I don't always like to have a bunch of SPF on my hands. I know that's kind of like very extra, but I like the skincare brush and the way that it just applies everything so beautifully. Now this is a super glowy moisturizer SPF, so I mean, I feel like that's kind of the case with most SPFs. They're going to be very glowy for the most part, but that's how I like to be in the morning. I always say I cannot talk to anybody or do anything if my face does not look like this in the morning. So talk to me after skincare, please. But that's it. It does absorb really nicely too without a brush. You don't need it. That's just kind of me being extra, but I do like applying my creams, and like I would say heavier creams, because an SPF to me is a little bit heavier than a traditional moisturizer, but you can see it does absorb really nicely with your fingers as well if you just massage it in. I love it. I do drag it down to my neck as well. Typically before makeup, this is kind of like the base that I have on. Sometimes I will apply a moisturizer. The one from Honest Beauty is still my favorite, like right before makeup, and I'll kind of refresh my skin with my Dalba spray, the under eye balm, a moisturizer, that kind of thing. But typically this is the base for everything, and I love it because I feel refreshed, glowy, hydrated, but it's not too much. Even though it's a lot, it's like the perfect amount for me. And then to seal the deal, we're gonna use a lip balm. I really like this Ole Henriksen Pout Preserve Peptide Lip Treatment. This is really thick, but it actually feels like a conditioning, almost medicated kind of lip product. And if you apply this in the evening, when you wake up the next day, you're still gonna have a little bit of the lip balm on your lips. So that's how thick and intense it is. So I really actually have been liking this one. If you want a little bit more of an affordable option, I also do like the Naturium Phyto Glow Lip Mask that I have been raving about, but it is so good. I got this at Ulta, and this has also been in rotation. That is everything for the skincare routine. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for being here. Leave me your holy grails for the morning down below in the comments. I love skincare, honestly, just as much as makeup. I feel like I don't know a ton about skincare, but I know what works for me. So leave me your faves and make sure to subscribe for new videos every single week, and I'll see you very soon in my next one. Bye.